And we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first speedrun of the day. Let's see what we got. Already I know this has gotta be a clinical stage company. Only a clinical stage company would have like a weird kind of like name like this, a super low price, negative earnings, of course, because they're still in probably trial and experimental phases. This is surprisingly actively traded though, and I'm surprised how up and down the chart is given how actively it is traded. You don't. Sometimes you don't see clinical stage companies having such active trading, active volume. But with this one, you do. That doesn't mean it's all that great. Volume has been fairly consistent, even though it has continued to drop for the last year. Last 5 years. How old is this company? It goes back to 2014. Hasn't really gone. I mean, they peaked back in 2015. They peaked in high school, and it's been downhill ever since then. Except for this, they came back roaring from COVID lows. Now, you see, I don't know if that's just they made an announcement with the company, or if that is because it just got caught in with the buying. I'm gonna guess it just got caught up in the post-COVID mid to late 2020 buying, because peaked out in September, and then everyone apparently realized this is not all that great of a company anymore, so it's been on a downward slide since then. What if we go take a look through some news articles? What are they researching? What are they hoping to accomplish? Actually, I can take a look down here to read that. Biopharmaceutical company. I mean, that's kind of like shorthand for clinical stage. That's fine. Development, commercialization of novel medicines for patients. Lead product candidates include Olinvic injection, G protein did I say biased? It's biased against G proteins. That's proteinist, bro. Mupopoloid. I can't read all these snazzy medical terms. The treatment of acute lung injury contributing to acute syndrome and abnormal blood clotting in patients with COVID-19. So apparently it has COVID-19. It's not something to treat COVID-19, but it seems like something to treat the symptoms of COVID-19. So that may have contributed to that run-up in 2020. But that would kind of maybe also explain the downtrend since September. Because, you know, COVID vaccines were all the rage back in mid-2020, but not so much now. And I know this isn't a COVID vaccine, but COVID vaccines and anything else related to COVID vaccines got caught up in a lot of frantic buying back then. A G protein-based self-food. Okay, so they have all these things: small module G protein-based ligand. I don't know. That just made me think of the Ligma joke. I thought that was funny. Completed phase 1. Phase 1's pretty far behind. Actually, it doesn't say what phases the rest of these are in. It only says which one this is in. That's interesting. Modular for chronic pain company has collaboration with Imperial College London to evaluate this for COVID-19 patients. How long is that going to happen? Is that released? Let's see the second quarter results. They may have some interesting news in there. New strong sell stocks. Ooh, Zacks does not like this. As of a month ago, Zacks does not like this. Announces Wake Forest. Announces 2 Overlink abstracts highlighting study. I don't really see anything here that's getting me terribly enthused. Announces publication highlighting risk-benefit analysis. If someone's putting out a risk-benefit analysis of something you're researching, is probably not a good sign. Because that implies that there are risks. You don't want risks. Risks aren't good. Continued focus on launch execution. 123 accounts are in various stages of Overlink's review. Accounts? What does that mean? I don't know. Startup activities for clinical outcome. This all sounds like non-news. New strong sell stocks. Why doesn't Zacks like this? Zacks estimate for his current year earnings has been revised 17.2% downward, despite already being negative. That's not good. Oh. Yeah, out of time. Yeah, I don't like it. I know, you know, maybe this is someone's pet biopharmaceutical company. They're gonna get mad at me if I give it a sell, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it a sell anyway because I think I kind of agree with Zacks. I don't see it. If it is going to accomplish anything or do anything, I don't see it doing that anytime soon. It mentioned that one drug was in phase 1, did not mention what phases any of the other drugs were in, and I'm wondering if that means that they are not even in any phases yet, if they have not even begun clinical trials. And if that's the case, then they are far and away from making any kind of money. And I think if you buy this now, you're going to be sitting on it for a long, long time, hoping for any returns. Barring, you know, not taking into account the chance for, you know, random, you know, spikes and buy-ups for some dumb reason, like, you know, people trying to make short squeezes happen. In fact, you know, that's something I should have looked at. I should have looked at what the short percentage was, because the higher the short percentage, the more chance you have of this becoming a target for something like the Wall Street Bets guys, or for a squeeze. Although this seems kind of like something that would be off their radar, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of my reasoning for a sell here. Those are my thoughts.